Phenomenal attendance.
The frenzy that Raj generated has actually very little to do with the so-called generation. Raj was only 2-year-old when the Shiv Sena was formed, and Uddhav was only 8-year-old. And today, in spite of all this, in 1966 the Sena was formed, and in 1995, almost 30 years later, Shiv Sena came to power. So the generation gap could have been at that time also. Point is, today it is not a question of new youth joining the Manase or MNS. It is a question of Mumbai getting lost into identity completely. Mumbai's Marathi Manus was primarily occupying the textile belt area, where there were 2.5 lakh workers, meaning 12 lakh family members of all these 2.5.
No, but Kumar, who joins, say, a Marathi Manus movement? An unemployed person?
Only the Marathi person, only the Marathi community, aggrieved Marathi community. Culturally, Marathi community is aggrieved because they have been thrown apart completely from one end to other end of the city, or the Maha-Mumbai part of it, where they actually lived. So their community life has been disrupted. I think most people don't recognize that people want to live in communities. Now they are living in virtual communities, and in the virtual communities they are voting Raj Thackeray. If you see Raj Thackeray's rallies, from where do the people come? People come from Vasai and Mira Road and Karjat and Borivali. They come all the way because they have been disrupted, they have been uprooted completely from the Mumbai's Marathi life. Mumbai, when Maharashtra was carved,
then that constituency has a future.
And therefore it is
the
culturally.
Rootless, angry,
no, they are not completely
youth.
Jobless. So let us not presume that all the jobless and the lumpen are joining Raj. Even the middle class is joining Raj. Even the women are joining Raj. They are not exactly lumpen or the
future. Wouldn't he infuse a bit of economic deprivation into that language which he's using now?
He should, but if he tries to...
He should, then he'll grow.
But if he confines that only to the question of Marathi community's unemployment or the grievances of the Marathi community, then he can't grow. Let us not unduly overstate his case.
But do you think he is the new Bal Thackeray? If there is supposed to be one, I mean, Uddhav Thackeray, does this election mark the waning of Uddhav Thackeray?
Yeah, it does.
It does.
It does, definitely.
So it just shows that, I mean, now there could be an exodus from the Shiv Sena to the
Not from the MLAs and corporators, because they lose their seats also. But the third and fourth rank activists who are looking forward to Raj as a charismatic figure, they will definitely have an exodus.
So it's the beginning of the end of the Shiv Sena.
Not exactly end, but it is definitely beginning of the decline of Shiv Sena.
But I think that there's going to be a metamorphosis of the Maharashtra Navnirman Sena. He's young. He's charismatic, he's highly popular. It's perhaps the only party that did not bring people to attend rallies by paying money.
Yeah, the attendance was really phenomenal.
He has won 13 seats, but 13 is not really very remarkable. If he has to be the future leader of Maharashtra, he has to expand his agenda, he has to devise a new strategy, and I think that Raj is intelligent enough to know where his future lies.
No, I want to ask a question of Kumar. You see, was Bal Thackeray ever a leader of Maharashtra, pan-Maharashtra leader, ever?
Never.
And can Raj Thackeray become a pan-Maharashtra leader ever? For the simple reason that anyone who does sectarian politics to that extent cannot become a pan leader unless he expands his constituency. Mayawati tried it, she became in Uttar Pradesh. Even people like Chautala or people like Amar Singh and Mulayam Singh tried it in Uttar Pradesh, that you consolidate your sectarian base and then you expand.
You expand.
You expand your constituency.
Then you become socially inclusive.
May I just put it in another way? Raj Thackeray today represents a certain form of regional xenophobia. Can he become a mainstream regional party?
Precisely.
He cannot become a mainstream regional party simply because Maharashtra does not have one unilingual or unicultural character at all. For instance, the Vidarbha comes from former CP and Berar. Marathwada comes from former Nizam. So only belt where Raj Thackeray or earlier Bal Thackeray could really make an impression was Konkan, Mumbai, Pune and Thane belt, which was what was formerly Shivaji Maharaj Raj. So it is not as if pan-Maharashtra image Bal Thackeray never had. He had an appeal, but not pan-Maharashtra support.
But if the Shiv Sena withers away,
Shiv Sena
if
never
Bal Thackeray withers away, and then the Manse,
we'll take over. Yeah, but we'll take over where? It will not support. It will not get a full-scale support in Vidarbha. It will not get a full-scale support in North Maharashtra. It will not get a full-scale support in Western Maharashtra. Shiva Sena, despite 5-year rule and 43 years of existence, has not created one single institution whatever condemnation that we may have for Congress and NCP, they created a vast resources of wealth. They created banks, they created sugar factories, they created cooperative movement, they created schools, colleges, and so on and so forth. Shiv Sena, despite 43 years of existence, has done nothing. Institutional base is zero. As a result, what happens is Shiv Sena thrives only on rabble-rousing, only on emotion, only on the crisis that the Marathi people
That's very interesting, and that comes to the point that you were making, that all these crowds somehow don't translate into a positive agenda. It doesn't translate
so far
into
it has
a
not.
vision.
So far it has not, but as Sudheendra says...
incomprehensible. Why don't they translate it into a modern vision and become a modern party?
No, but that's what Sudheendra says.
I mean, it's not easy, but the point is that,
it's not.
But they've been getting crowds for years. Why not use the crowds?
The major problem with BJP and even with the Shiv Sena to a large extent is the lack of adequate intellectual wherewithal to transform an emotion into an ideology, an emotion into a policy, an emotion into a blueprint for the way forward. They have not been able to do it.
That's a very good point.
They have not been able to do it.
That's a very good point. In fact, it takes us to our next segment. The BJP, how does it transform itself into a blueprint for the future? If it has to take an emotion and make it into a blueprint, as Vinod Sharma is saying, how does it do that? What ails the BJP? What is the big crisis that is facing the BJP? We talk about this almost every week. Let's take a short break and come back and talk about it some more.